it'll get recorded. So
we're recording now.
Just a heads up. All right. So, holidays on a shoestring, how to have a meaningful holiday without breaking the bank. This is really meant to be more of an interactive conversation like we have been since the beginning. So it's not like there's a bunch of information on these slides you have to take down. It's more meant for like idea sharing and generating, things like that. So please feel free to just jump in whenever you have a really great idea you want to share. First thing I was thinking about was having a budget. It's so easy, at least for me during the holidays, to get carried away and feel like this sense of like, oh my goodness, I want to buy all these gifts for the kids or my loved ones, or feeling like I want to get them something meaningful, but you know, my $20 budget isn't going to cut it. So I really struggle with that. And I think it's helpful to have an idea of what you can actually work with ahead of time. And that like includes making an actual list of who you have to buy for. Who are you looking for gifts for? Is it, you know, it can be really easy to get carried away and just get stuff for everybody under the sun, or back in the day when we used to go out to the store. See something that sparks your like, oh, you know, who would like that? I have a friend who would love that. Let me just pick that up. But then it's like, after a while, you get carried away and your budget is through the roof. So I think it's helpful to just have a plan, right? A little bit of planning going into the holiday season is probably a good idea. Do you guys usually do that?
Yeah.
Well, I actually used to fall into kind of like the opposite trap where I would be like, well, we've always done presents. And then I'm like, why am I exchanging presents with my college roommates who I don't even see other than doing Christmas presents? Like, and it wasn't very meaningful gifts. It was just kind of like, well, we've always done it. So it's kind of, when's that awkward time that we don't anymore? But I think it just, when you start finalizing and making that list and figuring out, you know, who is important in your life and who you want to prioritize, then those gifts get more and more meaningful, right? Rather than just buying, you know, trying to stretch your budget and then you're getting less meaningful gifts for more people. It kind of takes away, you know, from the sentiment of it.
Yeah, I agree. Have you guys ever done something with your family or friend group where you just pick a name so that you're purchasing for like one family member and a certain like, you know, budget, but not everybody?
We do that in my family.
Oh, nice. How does that work out for you guys?
It's pretty cool. We do it for the adults. Like we make a list for like the kids. So like within our household, we all have like a group of kids we buy for. So we'll pull them out of a hat, and that's just like, you know, everyone's assigned to like one family. So we get one family those gifts, so on and so forth. But for the adults, we do the same thing. And then this way, like the kids have their gifts and the adults have like, you know, their own meaningful gifts. We come from a big family. So it's kind of hard when one person has to buy for like a trillion people.
Right.
It's a lot easier and you put more thought into it. And
Nice.
sometimes we make it fun and we'll do like a Yankee swap. So we'll all like pick a theme and we can switch off with each other. Or like, you know, like this year, I think it's just more like the more the sentiment for like the adults. So we just all picking. There's like 10 or 15 of us. And we just do that. And we have like a budget, like $30 or less or $20 or less, depending on, you know, the price range of like the different families. But yeah, it works out.
Oh, that's nice. We do that in my husband's family too. I feel like he has such a big family that it's so much easier to have one person to buy for, and you have a budget to stick to. So it sort of evens the playing field a little bit, you know?
Yes, definitely.
So one thing that we do on my wife's side of the family, what they'll do is kind of secret Santa for the kids, because the kids really like knowing like who they're buying for, and they get all excited and they get secretive, like sharing their ideas. It's really cute. But what the adults do is a Yankee swap, but it's almost like a gag Yankee swap. So you bring like a funny gift.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it is hysterical. It is so much fun. There's not a lot of pressure, right? Because the whole point of it is to be funny. Some people will do things like buy this really outrageous kind of outlandish present, but they'll hide like candy or they'll hide scratch tickets, but you don't really know that until the end. Mm-hmm. So that adds like another layer of it. But some of it, it's really just it's just so funny. And sometimes they'll recycle things that they already have in their house. So you don't even need to buy it. You know, if somebody gave you something funny in the past, you can bring that. And it's just so much fun. And the kids love like handing out the presents or being the one to exchange the presents. It's so much fun.
That's too funny. That reminds me, my husband's work used to do that same exact type of Yankee swap. It was like meant to be silly. I remember he came home with like an old breast pump or something. Long before we had kids.
Yeah.
And he was so upset because the options were like either, you know, he could have gotten like a snowman votive candle thing or this breast pump or like liquor. You know, people brought like bottles of wine or whatever. And he was so mad he got stuck with this thing. The biggest joke for so long. But those are funny.
You'll have to tell him to bring it back to the next year's one.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
that's how all Yankee swaps were, because I had like my first time I ever did it was at a job that had them as like jokes. So then I had another job that we did a Christmas party every year and did a Yankee swap, and I brought like a rubber chicken and a bunch of mustard, and then everyone else had done nice things with their allotment. So that was, I learned that you had to ask. Was it
Sarah, were you like sweating like crazy as you watched everybody unwrap these beautiful gifts and you know that yours is a rubber chicken and some mustard?
I think I think I'm good enough at rolling with it, but I was like, this is terrible. Like this is, I had to like announce like, look, it's not, I'm sorry, I'll take it home.
Go home with a rubber chicken.
I think someone wound up taking it, but yep, that was, so yeah, not all Yankee swaps are joke Yankee swaps.
Oh, that is so funny. Oh my goodness. So another thing I wanted to chat about, and we were sort of talking about it before the presentation began, was the timeline for this year, right? A lot of us are doing shopping online, you know, Amazon, whatever it is, and we have to sort of factor in shipping. Hopefully you're not paying shipping costs, but I feel like we have to think about how long the shipping is going to take right now. We've ordered things in the last week that have had like unexpected delays and things like that, which finally prompted my husband and I to get serious about doing some more shopping for Christmas, because we're thinking, oh my goodness, if something happens with COVID and the shipping, we're going to be in a mess. So that's definitely something to think about. Another thing is when you're budgeting and you're gonna make something. This has happened to me before. I thought, okay, you know what? I don't have a lot of finances. I'm in school right now. I'm gonna do like a DIY Christmas gift. But I didn't necessarily plan ahead for the prices of the materials to make the DIY goods. So I thought I was being so crafty and saving money and all this stuff, but then I didn't really take into account, okay, how many people am I making this for? How much do these things cost? So just a good idea to think about that and plan, if you can, look for sales for those items. Similar to like wrapping. Sometimes wrapping paper, I'm blown away by the cost of wrapping paper. I can't believe how much a roll of like wrapping paper costs these days. So those are more things to just keep in mind for your budget. Do you guys have any good wrapping tips or tricks?
That's maybe one of the things I do have. I it's like 3M brand. It's basically brown paper bag paper, but it's like from the shipping section, not from the wrapping paper section. And I'll do that, and it's just plain paper, so you can do ribbons on it, or I'll let my nieces color on it, and then it's all decorated, and you can send it off. So that's my tip. It's usually much cheaper and a lot more durable, because I find you spend the money on wrapping paper and then you put it somewhere, and throughout the year the roll gets bent or something, and now you can't really use it.
Yeah, brown paper bags that you get at the grocery store too. If you have kids, put some paint on their hands and decorate that bag. That's part of the gift right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love
5
that.
cents.
And I feel like the brown paper bag is very on point right now with like Pinterest. Everything is like, oh, wrapped in a parcel of brown paper with a ribbon. It's like very
Wrap it in toilet paper.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. Are you guys, anybody?
Probably not as durable.
But valuable.
Anybody thinking about making anything for the holidays to gift?
Not this year, but a few years ago, it was really easy. And I absolutely loved it. And I still have people giving me feedback that they still have it and love it. I made like reusable heat pads. Right. So I got fabric on sale. I went to Joann Fabric and I got a bunch of on sale because I got, different fun kind of neutral colors, cut it, sewed it, very simple pattern you can find like on Pinterest because it's just a rectangle shape, right? Filled it with rice, added some lavender essential oil, and then I made a little card and printed it out for everybody that gave instructions. You can either heat this up and stick it in your bed at night, like before you get in to warm up your sheets, or if you have back pain, shoulder pain, you can put it on your back. And it was super easy to make, super affordable, and I could give it to a ton of people because it was something easy for me to spread my budget, and people loved it.
That's interesting. I like
Good
that
idea.
My sister-in-law made us some of those, and honestly, it is hands down one of my favorite things. I use it all the time, like religiously. I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good idea. I one time made like a sugar scrub, for in the shower or whatever. And I thought it was so cute. And it was really easy. I got these like cute little glass containers. I think I got them from like Ocean State Job-Lot or something. And that sparked my idea. But it was really easy. You get like the salt from Michael's, and I think it was like baby oil or coconut oil, something like that, and a few drops of essential oils. And that was really nice. That went over pretty well too, and it was relatively inexpensive. But that stuff does take time, that's the other thing to think about, is like how much time you have to do that. But
that's a great concept, Angela, and I know it's not necessarily on the budget thing, but I have over the years plenty of times done DIY, make my own presents, things like that, and then I'm staying up super late, and it's like adding all this stress on top of an already stressful time. So planning, being realistic, right? Maybe watching YouTube videos so you like really know what you're in for. I've had plenty of enjoyable experiences making my own presents, and plenty of them like, what did I get myself into? Because it's like, it's still the holiday. You want to enjoy giving the gift, and you don't want to take on more than you can chew. Otherwise it kind of, takes away from the enjoyment of it.
100%. I could not echo your sentiments more. Sometimes I like get really excited by the pictures on Pinterest when or maybe I overestimate my crafting abilities, and it's just not something that I excel at. And then you're like, oh my gosh, this is what I planned for to gift. I can't give these people this.
There's no going back now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I'm all in here. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. But you know what I love? I always tell my mom this. What is this saying? There's like a meme about it, but it's like for Christmas, I'm a size babysitting or something. Like, honestly, your time is like the most, right? How to take these children. So I feel like that is a really wonderful and free thing, that if you're really looking for something to do for somebody, you can find their pain point. What are they stressed out about? Is it cleaning their house, washing their car, child care? What would really bring a smile to their face? Is it, having a sweet treat or something like that? And just give them the gift of your time. Honestly, for me personally, there's nothing better. If somebody said, and I'm going to come over and clean your house for the afternoon, that's going to be your Christmas gift, I think I would start crying like hysterically. I don't know. I would be so happy. So we don't, oftentimes we're like, oh, what thing can we get? And I feel like we forget how meaningful just giving somebody your time can be, or recognizing a need that they have and trying to solve that for them. I don't know. I've thought about.
No, that's a great idea. And I think, like you said, especially these days, whether it's even if you're hanging out with the kids outside so the parents can spend some time you know, without the kids inside or whatever you can do to make it work for this year. I think those are awesome ideas.
Yeah.
Angela, that's kind of a win-win one too, because the person who's getting it, it's a value to them, but it's also something that makes you feel good because you're helping someone else. But also too, if you think about it, if you like have this long list and you're going to the stores and you're shopping and you're like, I'm just gonna end up getting them this, and you don't even care, right? How festive are you feeling, right?
Yeah.
But if you know, hey, I really, you know, I'm happy about this gift for this person, it makes the whole thing just more positive.
I agree. I hate that feeling that I've had in the years past and I'm trying to cut down, but feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm out here just purchasing things, meaningless things for these people, whether it's like just to have something to present to them in the moment of the gift exchange. And it makes me feel so rotten on the inside. I'm like, this is not what it's about. You know, you have those like moments. I don't know if anybody else does, but I go through this whole thing in my head. I'm like, this is not in the Christmas spirit. So it's so easy to get caught up in, you know, trying to be more and like, you know,
Sorry, guys.
no, that's okay. So I don't really have like a bunch of other ideas. I thought we could kind of talk a little bit about what you guys are planning, or I know some of you brought some other ideas to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think Delia, John, you can either jump in the chat box or like just, do you guys have any like struggles that you're feeling like this holiday season where you're feeling like, I wish I could give to more people, or it's that time crunch? Like anything that we can address, or were you just kind of hoping to get some fun ideas from the seminar today?
Just like some fun ideas, you know, for me personally.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is fairly interesting. It's funny because the whole babysitting thing, I was like, I think I'm gonna have to steal that. I'm
Yes.
like, to you is I'll babysit.
And you have no idea how much that's going to mean to whoever it is you're giving that to. That's amazing, especially right now during COVID when we can't have like, it's not as easy to call like, you know, a stranger to come and babysit, you know, quote unquote stranger, but like, you know, maybe somebody in the neighborhood that isn't part of your family, you might not be quite as comfortable. So having somebody that you can feel good about in the house to watch your kids and you can get out and just get some fresh air, that peace of mind right now is so important.
Seriously, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, for
that,
sure.
like, little babysitting coupons.
Those are my favorite things. I swear, when my mom is here for Christmas, I'm digging through my stocking, like, where are those babysitting tickets? They've got to be in here. It's a joke between us.
Yeah, that's cute. I like that.
Another idea that I was just thinking of, my niece did this a few years ago when she was in college. And she was really on, you know, a shoestring budget with her gift giving, but she still wanted to participate in the gift exchange. What she did was she got one present. I think it was something kind of neutral, maybe like a blanket and a candle or something, right? Who can't use that? And then she had us all kind of like play a little game, and then the winner got the present. So it was just a fun way, like something fun for us to do as a family, and it was her way of being able to give a gift, even though she was like, I can't buy for everybody this year, but that was kind of her way. It was really fun, and I thought a great idea as well.
That is really cute.
But we do have, so Dawn, thank you so much for sharing. I have pulled up, maybe if you want me to share my screen now, some fun kind of Pinterest do-it-yourself ideas. And I know we talked about not buying for everybody, right? So kind of making your list, figuring out who you're going to buy for. And we also talked about how crafty things can get kind of expensive. So if you've already made your list, figured out kind of your budget, these are some really great ideas where you can try to maximize your budget by making the same gift for multiple people, right? So you're really kind of making bulk presents. Everyone this year is getting the same thing. It has a personal touch from you, right? So let me pull these up and I'll share my screen with you in just a second. All right. So the first one that's pulled up here is a Christmas sock exchange. So this is a fun little printout that you can put with it. So essentially everybody who you agree to do this with, so whether it's your family or if your work coworkers are still trying to do something festive, you buy a pair of like fun, maybe fuzzy socks or festive socks, and you stuff them with your favorite goodies, snacks, candy, right? Some cheap stuff. You can get all that at the dollar store, pens, pencils, if it's like for your work folks. You set upon an agreed day and time that you're going to have it shipped there by, and then everybody gets a different, some socks, right, with fun little goodies from everybody. That's a pretty cost-effective way. You can either do it Secret Santa style, or I guess you could send one to everybody, kind of depending on like your budget or your cost. Has anyone done anything like this?
No, but I love this idea. I feel like you can easily customize it, like male, female, or like whoever, a kid, whoever you're buying for, you can kind of put a little twist on what you put inside and the sock that you give. But that is so cute. And
it's kind of a good too if you have a little kid, you can say, find some treasures around the house or whatever, and that they like a grandmother or something,
That is really cute. And I feel like you can still be really like thoughtful within those parameters. You can get little goodies that you think that they would like. I don't know. I'm thinking like this would be a good option for my brother and sister-in-law, like I have a few of them, and it's not easy to always buy for them because they are adults and can buy themselves whatever they want, but this is cute. I like that.
Yeah, I also think this is a good idea. Sometimes I feel like at work too, there can be a lot of pressure. Like if somebody's bringing presents and you want to bring presents too, that this would be kind of a fun way, to do something with your coworkers and stuff like that.
That would be cute. You could put little like lotto tickets.
That's another thing.
Yeah, lotto tickets are a good one.
Presentation too.
Let's see. So this one is just another cute printout. So these fuzzy socks are pretty affordable. You can get them Five Below, like Dollar Tree, even Target, I think, and Walmart. They're still relatively cheap. This was cute. It says, on the 10th day of Christmas, we really prayed for snow. Just in case it gets cold tonight, here's some socks to warm your toes. Because honestly, here in New England, who doesn't want fuzzy socks? So that's a really cute gift if you're trying to, give to multiple people. You can possibly even buy these kind of in bulk, but adding that personalized like printout, or if you write it out, it just makes it a little bit more personal.
You're right. I think adding that printable really makes it like, oh, that's a nice gift, Pinterest is so great for things like that. I'm sure you could find a bunch of them. Oh yeah, there you go. There's something.
Oh, this is so cute.
Yep, here we go. COVID style, right? So again, the little printout here, these hand sanitizers, buy those in bulk. Oh no, what did I do?
That is cute.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Whoops, I did one too many clicks.
Functional.
Yeah, everybody needs.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully it comes back for us, but it was cute. Okay, yeah, Santa-tizer, because Santa doesn't like germs on his cookies. Yeah, that's so cute. And functional, like you said, who doesn't need?
And so affordable. Those little bottles of hand sanitizer are so affordable. Little ribbon, that looks great. That would be a great one for coworkers too.
I was just thinking.
Super cute. Oh, this one I just loved. I thought it was so cute. Stress relief kit for immediate stress relief. Pop 3 stress release capsules every 4 to 6 hours. See physician if some symptoms persist. How relevant for 2020, right? And just like a cute little stocking stuffer. Sorry, what was that, Delia?
No, I said that is priceless because that's at work. Like I work in a hospital. So usually sometimes when they send the meds up, they'll send like a whole bunch, they'll send extras of those. Like if pharmacy has to pack like glass or something in the tube, like the capsules. And I laugh because I always hand out like the extra ones. I'm like, who wants stress relief? Who wants this?
Oh my gosh.
And that's a joke for us. So I love this.
Oh, that's perfect for you.
Oh my
I
God.
can you imagine if your coworkers gave these out? Like, I'm sure if you did that, you would put so many smiles on people's faces. That's awesome.
Oh my God, it's hilarious because literally everybody's like, give me one, give me one, give me one.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
Mm-hmm.
so great. Oh my gosh. Even the saying is super cute.
Yeah. I feel like it's very nurse appropriate,
Yes, definitely.
like medical setting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to find that one because I want that.
Oh, here, let me just copy. I don't know if it'll work, but I can just copy and paste it and put it in the chat.
Oh yes, please.
I don't think I can access the chat while I'm sharing, but I'll do it
Oh,
after.
that's fine because I can always.
Oh, well,
I'm
that was the last one I had, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Pinterest is so great. There's so many, I mean, you could get lost on there. I think I saw some, were you talking about this? It's like toilet paper and you can wrap up the toilet paper. It looks like a snowman. I saw some beautiful pumpkins that were made out of toilet paper rolls for like Thanksgiving time. But really, you know, creative and obviously inexpensive decorations.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice gift too. Ooh, Sarah's sending the seminar evaluation. So we can't forget before you pop off, if you can take a few minutes just to fill that out, that would be great.
Yeah, at least open it because once the session ends, the link will be gone. So if you open it before the Zoom ends, you can fill it out, I believe.
Yeah, I think
That's how that should work.
One idea that my wife put together a couple of years ago was winter emergency packs for her cousins. So just like to put in your car, it was like lock de-icer, windshield wiper fluid, ice removal tool, and then some emergency flares. She just put them together in a plastic bag that people could just throw in their cars and keep for emergencies in the winter. People like that too.
Yeah, that's really nice. Another big one in our house is we'll gift like a date night in a box or a movie, if it's a family, a movie night in a box, you know, and so we just get like a big thing of popcorn and some candy bars or, you know, everybody has Netflix and stuff, but you could do some like movie recommendations or something like that. Or even I've actually purchased Redbox gift certificates before. I don't even know if Redbox is still around, but this was only a few years ago. You can actually purchase like a few rentals for somebody so that they can just go to Redbox and pick out whatever they want, which was kind of nice, but sort of gifting an activity, right? So like a game night or something, and you can put a game in there, even a deck of cards, which is super inexpensive, and just put some snacks and treats in there. And it gives the recipient like a reason to break away from their regular nightly activities, right? And say, okay, come on, let's go use that box that we got from, you know, Delia or whoever it is. And I just think that that's kind of nice, giving people the opportunity to reconnect and sort of, you know, do something different maybe.
When my kids were younger, for their stockings, I would also make it on the functional theme. So I would fill it with deodorant and toothbrushes and toothpaste and all the things I was going to have to buy them anyways, right? But it was in there. And then one of the cool things that I would put in, I would put beef jerky. So each one liked one kind, one liked another. Still to this day, they're adults with their own families and everything. And every single year I have to send them the beef jerky. It's like, it's been our thing forever.
That's actually a really good idea. I'm going to put some in my son's stocking. They'll love that.
Like sometimes like you do like the beef jerky, we'll do like our favorite candies or whatever. So I like that.
Yeah. It's funny,
and that's keeping it simple but sentimental, right? It's like so easy to get candy, beef jerky, whatever, and that's what they're most excited about.
Yep.
It is so inexpensive and yeah, it like brings so much joy.
Yeah. Really does.
One likes one kind, one likes another kind, and sometimes I mix it up just to get a response out of them by saying, "Mom, you always forget. I like this one, and Jakey likes that one."
That's funny. What are some other good stocking stuffers you guys love?
We do clementines, which is really traditional to put the like orange in the toe of the stocking, but we have stockings that my mom made in the 80s, and they're huge. And so like they're impossible to fill. So it's like a whole, like it's probably half of the bag of cuties or whatever in each stocking. So it looks full, but it was $2. And you have something to kind of like snack on while you're like opening presents and hanging out. So that's a good one. It's a good way to sort of fill it up and have it not be like, I feel like years that we've done like the whole thing filled with candy, a couple weeks later it's like, why is there so much candy?
Hi.
So the clementines are a good one.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I feel like it could also fake out. My son is really worried about getting coal for some reason. Who knows why? And he's like, I don't know. I don't want to get any coal in my stocking. I feel like it could freak him out too if he feels like a hard ball down there. That might be a good little.
We used to do that. We used to put like I don't know if it was like the dollar store or what, but when we were younger, they used to have like the little bags of candies, and some of them will be coal or like different things. And so my aunt used to do that. She'll put like a piece in each, and then we'll be like, what is this? Like, you know, she'll like to this top half with like the coal candy, and like the kids used to freak out. They're like, what? She's like, remember that time? Yeah, Santa knows. Santa knows. Better act right.
Oh, that's too funny.
And then on the bottom, obviously, would have all the goodies and everything like that. But the kids used to be like, what? Like, what's going on?
Oh, that's funny. I'll have to look for that.
Yeah. Here. Quick question for like the survey part. Once I did it already. Is it like once you're done, or do you have like another part of it, or is that just it?
No, that's just it. It's more of a, like, you know, we like to keep track of, you get like, you know, attendance credit for being here. So we just like to get a little bit of feedback, and, you know, it's not too intense of a survey.
Oh, no, not at all.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us and sharing all your fun ideas and tips for the holidays. If you think of anything else, let us know. We can always add it to our, you know, our Blackboard page or social media or something if you have some fun tips that you want to share.
Simplify too. Don't forget about Simplify.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. I saw somebody who posted something that was like the 5 things. They gift something to read, something to wear, something to eat, and I don't know.
We did that last year, my wife and I. It was something you want, something you need, something to wear, something to read.
Oh.
So they weren't like expensive. We set a limit for each other. Ooh. And it was just kind of fun opening each like themed present, you know. It was like 4 little things. Yeah, it was fun.
That's nice. I struggle because we have 3 young kids, and I feel like it's always, you know, I want to teach them the spirit of the holiday and that it's not all about gifts, but it's very easy to get wrapped up in the gift giving for them, and it gets overboard, and I really don't want them to like get accustomed to just like mountains of gifts all the time. So we're trying to just make it a little bit more meaningful this year. So we're looking for little things like that to follow, and trying to work in the giving back, you know, to the community during the holidays as part of the fun. So that's what we're focusing on this year.
That's great.
Do the same, especially this year with everything that's been going on and so on and so forth. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a tough one for a lot of people. So it feels like appropriate to be trying to share some of our good fortune, you know?
Exactly, right? Let's be thankful for what we have.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Try to focus on
I bet you that will be the theme of this year. Be thankful for what you have. I think every whole attitude will be changing this year about the overabundance and commercialization of everything.
Yeah. I saw somebody post something the other day, which I thought was so neat too. They said, you know, normalize giving the secondhand gifts. Like, you know, like it's okay to gift something that is not brand new from a store. Like you can, I don't know. I thought that was just a really neat thing. We recently just acquired a ton of books, and we have so many books, and I'm thinking like, I think I'm going to wrap up some of these books for the kids, you know, they don't know the difference. But I think that that should be a thing that everybody is like okay with. It reduces the carbon footprint and just, I don't know.
The other thing with that too, to make it more special, is inside the front, put a personalized number. I thought about this book because I know you love.
That's a great idea.
Where it is, you know, that makes it really personal.
You're right. That's a great way to just make something. You're right. That's a great idea, Dawn. Thank you. Yeah. I like that. All right, guys. So I could stay on here and chat all day with you about great ideas for the holidays, but I know you have important things to do. Everybody's busy. Thanks again for coming and giving us your time today. Good luck for the rest of the semester. Good luck on finals. We're here for you if you need us.
Thank you guys so much. Have a